Hello everybody, we got the stream up, we've got everything set up, I've got the thumbnail up, I've got the title changed, we're about ready to start streaming. I'm gonna let some people hop into the chat, let some people get in here before we start the show up, so I won't be talking to no one, so I'm just gonna sit here and let some people come in. Hello, Mephiles. Hello, Michael. I hope you guys are ready, because we are going to be reviewing Sonichu Issue 0 today. This is going to be a more laid-back review, a more comedic review, so I hope you guys are ready for that. As you can see, I got my character all Sonichu decked out. I now have Dillichu. That's what I'm calling him. He's an abomination. Took a few 30 minutes of editing this in GIMP. So I hope you guys like the effort I went in for this review. I didn't have to make this abomination, but I thought it was necessary just to set the atmosphere. I even had to make that thumbnail just to touch it up. Okay guys, I think we're getting close to getting this started up. Pikachu X Fang. That's about it, that's about right. Okay, I'm gonna close this chat, and we're gonna start this stream. Okay, so first we have the magnificent cover to Sonichu, and we see on the cover it says, hand-drawn premiere issue. I believe that, Chris. I believe that this is hand-drawn, because I can see all the fucking scribbles everywhere. Like, what the hell? You couldn't digitally draw this? I guess this is back in the early 2000s, so it's a little bit more acceptable, but my god, is this artwork terrible. Like, your hand is hideous. Like, what the hell is going on there? And Sonichu's head looks lumpy and malformed. I have no idea what the hell is going on there. Like, the sky, I can barely recognize it as a sky. I can't tell if you got lazy with coloring or if those are supposed to be clouds. This cover is terrible. The hell. At least it lets you know what you're in for with this comic. We can see that, we're in for some great artistic, or should I say autistic, masterpiece here. All Sonichu material is copyrighted March 2000 to 2005 by Christian Weston Chandler. All names or persons illustrated in any of the Sonichu comics except that of Christian Weston Chandler that may seem similar to anyone in real life are purely coincidental or otherwise parodic. I can tell you this, that's not parodic. And that's not coincidental, Chris. I know the shit you do in this comic. That's the shit you do is kind of illegal. But I'm not here to get on to you about the law. We're just gonna continue on. Now, I'm not gonna be reading this all together. I'm gonna be summing up some of it when it gets boring. But I'm gonna read quite a bit of it. Our story begins in an open field, 5 miles from the city of Station Square, and we can tell right away Chris doesn't fucking care about checking his spelling. Now, how Chris writes these comics is he'll actually write it down in pencil, then he'll erase that and write it in all caps, so, Comic Sans. So it's like he had a chance to realize that he misspelled miles and fix it, but instead he just left it 5 miles. The city of Station Square, which is under the siege of the perfect chaos monster, while Sonic the Hedgehog ponders over the destruction, a wild boy Pikachu, not male Pikachu, boy Pikachu, takes notice of it from far off distance. And then Christian just fucking opens a portal out of nowhere, and he says, I am Christian Weston Chandler, Sonichu's creator and author of this comic. This is his story and nothing less. This is something you'll notice. Sonichu has an in-canon explanation of why he exists, But then Chris just throws that out of the fucking field when he says that he's the creator. Why give him an origin story if you're just gonna call him the creator? Why don't you just be God of this world and just say, I created him, instead of giving us this backstory? We see Sonic from Sonic Adventure. Sonic is giving the Chaos Emeralds their energy back, and he's gonna fight the perfect Chaos Monster, which does not look like the perfect Chaos Monster. It instead looks like some type of weird salamander. We see this horribly drawn Pikachu and an ass shot of him running towards the lizard, which I don't know what this Pikachu thinks he can do against the lizard. Hell, if anything, your electric might hurt Sonic, because electric and water equals not good. We see that this dinosaur thing is gonna shoot a laser beam at Pikachu, which I don't think that's a thing Chaos can do, but whatever. And then Sonic rams his face in the Pikachu, but it looks more like he gave him a kiss on the cheek. And we see that shoots a rainbow out of him. And this rainbow's fucking ugly, by the way. 15 miles away, we see that there's a horribly drawn Raichu. And it says Girl Raichu, not Female Raichu, Girl Raichu. Fucking lovely grammar, Chris. And we see the rainbow hits it, and it transforms into this fucking Amy Rose OC, fucking Rosachu. God. Her trainer comes out and she's like, where's my Pokemon? And it's like, I am your Pokemon. And it's like a scene out of a horror movie. She's like, I've transformed. And it's like, does that mean you've transitioned? Like, maybe I don't know anything about trans rights, but I think that is what happened here, because later on Rosechu is trans. So thank you, Chris Chan. Thank you for all this great fucking storytelling. We continue at the fight in the city, because you probably forgot that was happening. And the Pikachu realizes that he's mutated into a hideously recolored Sonic. And instead of being shocked and slowly having to figure out his powers, he immediately knows he can run fast, and he immediately has a catchphrase. So figure that one out. Realistic storytelling is not something you get from this comic. He immediately knows that he can still use lightning attacks, and he calls it thunder because he's a fucking dipshit. And he shoots it at the perfect Chaos Monster, which at this point is just Blue Barney the dinosaur. And really, Sonic didn't need your help, Sonichu. Sonic can do this on his own. He's done it before, but okay. Sonichu flies right by Supersonic, which there's no in-canon reason to why Sonichu can fly. He never does it again. And we see that him and Sonic both blew up the monster. And Christian ends up saying, from then on, Sonichu went on to make new friends as well as new enemies, and he will use his abilities to stop evil and to save the world. Stay tuned for more Zappin' Adventures of Sonichu. Now, there's no reason for him to have this origin story. There's no reason for him to even do this shit, because Chris Chan always says he's Sonichu's father. And Chris Chan, what the fuck is up with that mullet you gave yourself right there? That's not what you look like. You made yourself look worse than what you actually look like. We see on the next issue, Chris Chan has changed quality yet again, because he doesn't know how to fucking draw himself. And he's going to show you the world of Sonichu. The world of Sonichu is a terribly designed city that he made in college. And the fact that he even passed amazes me. It took him a long time to pass, but God. This is him giving information about Sonichu. I would read this, but it's really fucking cringy. All I have to say is hobbies, running, surfing, chilling, mostly outdoor activities. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. He enjoys the scenery around him just like Sonic. His favorite colors are yellow and blue, narcissistic bastard. And he enjoys popular music. He loves his Rosechu. Well, now it might as well be Sonichu, knowing the shit Chris does later on. But yeah, he loves his Rosechu. At this point, Rosechu hasn't been introduced, so we don't even know who the fuck Rosechu is. She was in one fucking panel, so way to spoil the story, Chris. And speaking of spoiling the story, he tells us about Rosechu, Kel, and fucking weirdo right there, that terribly designed villain, Nate Shirk. I'm gonna say Nate Shirk, because I think that's how he meant to say it, but you wouldn't get that from the spelling alone. And then we see Black Sonichu, aka Blatchu. Blatchu, fucking great name. He's Sonichu's evil twin, created... See, spoilers. No, I'm not dealing with this, Chris. I'm not letting you spoil the audience. And then even more spoilers talking about the chaotic combo. Not gonna fucking read that because you haven't introduced them in this comic. You can't do that, Chris. You can't just fucking spoil issues ahead of time. Oh look, more spoilers. Stop it, Chris. This is for you. I'm gonna tell you about writing. When it comes to writing, people do come up with reference sheets. People do come up with this shit, but that's for them and the writers to have. That's for them to keep track of their characters. You don't give the audience your fucking reference sheet. If you give the audience your reference sheet, they know what's gonna happen. They know the plot twist. There's nothing left to tell a story. But Chris Chan isn't trying to tell a story. He's just fucking doing this for himself. He doesn't care about the audience. This is made for him. We see that the next story is called Genesis of the Love Hogs, and that's a terrible recreation of the Sega Genesis logo, but at least I can tell you're trying. We see that since Sonichu is turned into a Sonichu, he's dying, I guess, because normal apples isn't enough for his stingy butt, even though I'm pretty sure Sonic could survive on just apples. He ends up seeing this terribly malformed, goofy-looking creature, and my god, he's in love at first sight, but look at how she walks away. Just look at how she walks away from that panel. Like, can you not draw walking, Chris? At all? Like, is that beyond your artistic abilities? And this is probably the most cohesive I'll see his art. As it goes on, it gets even worse, so you better prepare yourself. He's actually drawing backgrounds. He's actually drawing everything that's needed to be here. This cottage looks fucking terrible. And the trainer says she wants to make Brunswick stew, but she's making it in a fucking microwave, which I wouldn't doubt if there is a microwave version of Brunswick stew, but my god, what the hell? And Pokemon trainers are like 10 years old. What are you doing owning a house? What is her age? Why didn't she have a bio sheet? I don't get that at all. Well, she did have a bio sheet. I didn't fucking read it. That's my fault. She probably is 16. But even if she's 16, how the fuck does she own a house? Just confusing shit. Rose-Chu ends up answering the door to Sonichu, and of course she pulls him in because love at first sight. Bullshit. Just a generic plot. Really fucking generic. The trainer wants Rose-Chu to get laid for some reason. They introduced this trainer chick, and she's Rose-Chu's owner. But then Chris completely forgets about her because he becomes Rose-Chu's father. So, like I said before, there's no point in making issue 0 because you disregard everything introduced with it. You don't follow up on any of the shit here except for the villains. Like, none of this is important for the rest of Sonichu. They end up looking at some fireworks, which you wouldn't know they're fireworks by how terribly they're drawn. Fucking Sonichu reads a terrible poem, and I'll read that for you. And I love you, Rose-Chu. As often as birds tweet, you are my lovely heart sweet. Fucking terrible poem. And that's because Chris doesn't know how to interact with people. He doesn't know how to human. So, of course, he would think that's romantic. Which anyone with common sense would know that's cringy. Then we get Rose-Chu eating Sonichu's face, because you can see how her fucking lips just devour him. And you think, hey, maybe this is a little inappropriate for a Sonic comic. No, it gets worse. And when I get to the worst shit, I'm gonna have to censor it, because Chris's censors are terrible. But just look at this night sky. How terribly the scribble marks are. Fucking the Sharpie going over to make stars. Like, god-awful art. My god, I won't go on it too much. And then we get an advertisement for a totally legit video game. 2 legit video games that I really think is happening. Sonichu Advance and Pokemon Lightning version. I really think this is gonna happen. I can't wait. I can't wait to get these at my local store. Ah, great. Then we see whatever the fuck this guy is. Just writing on this fucking Pokemon, and the sizing is all off. He looks like a giant, and Rose-Chu looks like she's microscopic. And then Sonichu, I guess I know what they're going for. He's trying to go for an undershot where he aims the camera underneath the characters, and it's going for an uphill shot, but you did it all wrong. Oh god, it's so terrible. Sonichu versus Natesurk. It's gonna take me forever to get used to saying that terrible name. Natesurk reveals that he is the son of Team Rocket leader Giovanni, and this is just Chris's one of Chris's OCs that he made up for this. He gives a fucking terrible Team Rocket speech, and then we realize that this has actually started at the climax of the story, when in reality we're gonna have to deal with filler. Sonichu and Rosachu are at the mall, and of course, fucking sexism, like, what the hell? $20, god, Rosachu, of course, she's a woman, so of course she's gonna want to buy everything. And then Sonichu reveals something that's important to Chris trolling. Sonichu reveals that he hates pickles, and that's important for later on. But if you notice, if you look closely enough, he's actually eating Master Shake and Frylock from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. So what the fuck ever there. And then this Zapdos comes crashing in, and then we're back up to date where the story's going. Then we go straight into an action scene. I can't tell. I think Sonichu hits the Zapdos' face. The Zapdos shoves his beak up Sonichu's ass. Sonichu returns the favor by kicking him in the crotch. And then, I don't know what the fuck is going on with that last one. The wing attack. No idea. No idea. And then Sonic just decides to use a Naruto technique and double team, creating a bunch of Shadow Clone Jitsu versions of himself. Yes, I know. Terrible reference. I don't even like Naruto. Then we see a countdown. 10, 9, these aren't dramatic. They're not dramatic at all. He just fucking jumps up there, fucking has a insane look on his face in panel 7, and then saves her with little to no fucking trouble, even though Zapdos is like a legendary. And then they all together fucking zap him, and Sonichu's like, I couldn't miss out on this. The thing is about the double team, they're not actually copies, they're just illusions, so really it should just be Sonichu zapping. Also, how the fuck did that get past you, Chris? You didn't even try with that one. That looks like Sonichu's retarded fucking clone that he's gonna shove in the basement. It's like his abomination. He instantly gives up, Natesurk, and he rides off on a Raikou, which you think if he had both a Raikou and a Zapdos, he'd be better prepared on this. But who attacks someone that has an electric Pokemon with all electric legendaries? Fucking terrible idea. And then we see no one in particular is yelling hooray. Fucking Kel now looks like a South Park character. She looks extremely deformed. Rosechu is on model, but Chris just looks like Chris, of course. God. Chris introduces himself as the Mayor of Quickville, and he thanks Sonichu for saving the day, and all these fucking white blobs that Chris couldn't be bothered to draw, also sing their praise. We see in the epilogue that Chris is bragging about himself. He says this is his best book yet. This is issue 0, his first book, so thank you for inflating your own ego. And then Sonichu promotes that Chris is single, which, yeah. If you're single, you definitely want to make this comic to promote that you're single, so girls will want to get with you. This is definitely how you get the ladies. You make a Sonichu comic. At least the characters are slightly on model. And then we see the back of Chris's car, and it says Sonichu, which it does in real life too, because that's the type of person he is. And Chris talks about he wants a boyfriend-free girl, but he just can't get one. And it's probably because he's a fat, ugly loser. And I know it sounds mean for me to say, but if you know Chris-chan, you know what's up there. God. And then Sonichu says, there he goes, with a grin on his face. In the end, he'll say, one girlfriend, please, because he'll probably fail again. I'm proud to have a brave father. You want to brag about yourself, Chris, but you have to admit, you can't get a girlfriend. Also, who the fuck are you going to say one girlfriend, please? Are you going to the fucking takeout order? Like, are you Elliot Roger? You think the state's just gonna give you a girlfriend? One girlfriend, please. Like, fucking talk to people, Chris. Talk to people. We then see this, which, my god, I'm not gonna fucking write this. I'm not gonna read this. I'm gonna hover over this. Actually, I'll zoom in on this. I just want to say I appreciate being the first to approach you. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. That will be revealed later. So I don't know why I left that in there. That's for something else. I accidentally just left that in there. My fault. Then this ends with an advertisement for a game that is legitimately happening. I promise you. Sonichu Adventure coming out for the GameCube. Now you may be like, Dylan, the GameCube isn't in production anymore. You didn't even put the Nintendo logo in there. Well, I think you're wrong. This is gonna happen. I believe in it. I believe in you, Chris. So yeah, what do I have to say about Sonichu overall? It's terrible. But is anybody shocked at that? It's fucking Sonichu. Issue 0 is probably one of the best of the Sonichu issues if we're going for quality alone. It actually tells a story. It's not too insane. But the problem is it's boring. It's extremely boring, and it doesn't even matter to the rest of the plot because Chris completely forgets about everything that happens in Sonichu issue 0 as he continues on. So you can just really forget about this issue altogether. It was terribly drawn, terribly written, and it doesn't even matter. So you can just skip over this one, really. So now, since we're done with that, we're going to turn on the chat and see if what the chat's saying. Fred Bear, I just subscribed to you. I see. Any cream jokes said here? Oh god, it's Dylan Chu. No, it's Dilly Chu. Get it right. Shrek the Ogre said, I don't think Chris is human. We're social, and he isn't. Sad boy. I subbed you to Mephiles. Oh, well, thank you, Fred Bear, for subbing to everyone. Vinny says, damn. Fred Bear says, this story... I can't fucking read that, bitch, and fucking shit talk to me again. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying there, pal. But, yeah, give your thoughts about this story. We're gonna go on for another 10 minutes if you guys keep talking. These are 30-minute long reviews. So, bring on the small talk, and we'll continue this stream for another 10 minutes. What did you guys think of Sonichu Issue 0? Please tell me. I'm really curious. If you have anything you want to say about Chris Chan, anything you want to say about this, just tell me. I can't believe you assumed Pikachu's gender. They're an attack helicopter. Oh no, see, that's where I went wrong. I should have asked him his pronoun. Oh, there I go again. Terrible misogynist I am. The comic is a good meme. Dilly Chu, are you, and what have you done to that super yiffer Dylan the Wolf? He's Dilly Chu. He's not a wolf or a Sonic character anymore. He's now a mixture of the two. He's an abomination. He's a fucking abomination. I made him for these streams reviewing Sonichu. I want to get those games for Virtual Boy. Yeah, same. I want to get them on my Virtual Boy as well. Sonic 3 is better than Mania. I mean, that's your opinion. At least Chris is confident enough to post this. He posted this not because he's confident. He posted this because he thought it would make him internet famous. And I guess he got his wish. He considers himself to be internet famous, even though I'd call him internet infamous. Obama-Chu? Yeah, Abomination-Chu. That's definitely what this is. I mean, it's cute to a certain degree, but I can only do so much with that terrible design of things being both Pikachu and Sonic character related. Do Tails gets trolled next, please. I'm gonna be doing Sonichu for a bit. I want to get up to date on Sonichu, so when Chris releases the new Sonichu issues, we can start reviewing those as well. I want to be caught up to the point to where we can review the new Sonichus when they come out in 2022. And after this, he got depressed. And Chris has depression all the time. He has depression for as long as you're going to give him attention. What's this? Dylan the Wolf is evolves into Dylan the Wolf into Dillachu. Congratulations. What are you doing with your life? See, that's the question I ask myself every day when I look in the mirror. I am one step closer to just pulling out the gun and ending it every fucking day. Every day. Dillachu mania, definitely. Tails always gets trolled in the debug mode. Oh yeah, for those of you who are curious, this music is from the Sonic fan game Sonic Time Twisted. I'm going to have the link to where I got this music from in the description below. I'll have a link to this comic, and I will also have a link to download Sonic Time Twisted if you want to get that. Same here, Dill. Sonichu for sec. Grab the Magnum. We're going on for another 5 minutes, guys. In the year 2082, Dillian finally gets to kill himself. We got 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, 4 minutes left on the clock, guys. If you like this music, I will have some links to that at the end of the video, so be sure to check that out. When this video gets archived, that is. If you guys got anything to say it now. We've got 4 minutes left. Don't start begging for me to extend the time if you didn't get to say what you wanted to say. I know the review went on longer, but Sonichu is a long story, so we only get 10 minutes of chat this time. Actually, that's in 3048. He has the guts. Good night. I wonder what will end in 2082. Yeah, Dylan's dead. If I die in 2082 now, that's gonna be so fucking ironic. Who's your favorite Sonic? My favorite Sonic would have to be Sonic. Spoiler, Sonichu dies in our 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4. Great name, Mr. Cringe Man Boy. Hi, Mephiles. We've got 3 minutes left on the clock, so if you got anything to say, Mephiles, what did you think about Sonichu Issue 0? Please tell me. Shrek the Ogre says, my life is complete. Dylan, do a VR chat review, lol. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I finally got a Virtual Boy. It's not because I don't want to. It's because I don't know if my computer can run VR chat. I watched the comic on YouTube, and at the end, a depression commercial played. Ain't that something? Yeah. You're gonna need a lot of antidepressants after this, especially after seeing Dillachu over there. Terrible abomination. I can't wait till you guys see the thumbnail if you didn't see the thumbnail already. The thumbnail is really a piece of art. I had to pull out GIMP and work my hardest to make that masterpiece. I don't know, I went to rape someone. We got 2 minutes on the clock. If you got anything to say it now. 2 minutes. I thought humans were a social species, but not Chris and soon to be Dylan. Nah, I'm social. I still go out. I still hang out with my friends. I still talk to girls. I'm fine. 11 out of 10. IGN. Oh yeah, that's the real review. Dilly, my computer can handle StarCraft 2, came out in 2010, and it can't Gmod in this, and which came before. I like pizza. Good, Cringe, my boy. Good. By handle, I barely mean play. We got 30 seconds left. It's been good hanging out with you guys. I hope you guys liked this review. If you did like it, hit the like button. If you really like it, hit share. And if you want to see more reviews like this, comment down below. I want to hear what you guys thought of this. I'm really curious if you guys want to see more Sonichu reviews. Thank you guys for watching, and